Joining us is the excellent independent analyst, Evan Lucas. Evan, it's good to see you for a red-hot new year. So let's start with the rise and rise of AI. This off the back of that huge announcement yesterday featuring three of the biggest companies in the world. So the value that it's created in the last 2 years is more than the value created from 1945, and it's only just started.
Correct, and we forget, I mean, you had Sam Adams sort of, what his statement around the Elon Musk comment as well.
Yeah.
I want to start with him because what you need to look at is that 2 years that you just alluded to that's how long ChatGPT's been around. Some people feels like it's been around forever, but ChatGPT technically has been around for just over 2 years. It came in at the very end of 2022, and we've already seen, as you said, an amount of value from 1945 to 2000. Then in those 2 years, it's more than that. And if you look at an NVIDIA, for example, NVIDIA is now 50% larger than the ASX 200 combined. And it's only at its beginning as well. So AI is going to be, and is still believed to be, one of the biggest thematics in 2025. And the announcement last night from the Trump administration is also what we think is that next step with regards to what is realistically going to be a bit of a race in the AI space. I mean, the fact they've now taken any form of regulatory handbrake off, AI is now allowed to expand at such an incredible rapid rate, shows that it is the future. Now, it brings other issues that are outside of the economic world. Energy is going to be one of them, how much energy it requires to actually do it. But clearly, it's all around the productivity, and this year will be about the actual applications. We've seen the growth of infrastructure and those sort of areas. What's now the next step? And that's, again, getting back to Sam Altman and what he was talking about. Now is the application. How does it actually integrate into our lives? You're already probably seeing it with your phones, with what you're doing at work, but it's more than that now. It's actually about preempting and thinking for you about how your progress of the day will be.
Yeah. Okay. There's movement from the banks ahead of the RBA's first meeting of the year as well.
There is. So I wanted to point this out because what we need to remember and separate is that the RBA and its cash rate and home loans and any form of products that come with that are two different things. So Macquarie is the one to highlight here. It has been doing this now for about 4 to 5 months to grab headlines. Fixed rate mortgages at Macquarie have been cut again. They are now the lowest level they've been since the end of 2022 at 5.55% for 1 year, up to about 5.6% for 3 years. Why I highlight that is significantly lower than its competitors. But at the same time, fixed rate mortgages come with a caveat, and that is that obviously they are fixed. And we are about to go through a period where it's not a question of if, it's a question of when and by how much the RBA cuts. And if Macquarie is asking you to fix their mortgage for 1 year, 2 or 3, why are they doing that? That needs to be the question. But it is fascinating that already we're seeing competition from the retail banks. We're seeing competition in a space that hasn't really moved on price for almost 13 months. They are getting ahead of the curve, but they are putting you into products that won't feel the full effects of RBA rate cuts when they come.
All right, Evan Lucas, we will talk to you again next week.